This is Gary Atencio with CNTV, and today we're in Castle Rock, Colorado. I'm here at the Rocky Mountain Self-Defense and Fitness. Since 2006, this family-friendly atmosphere has been the answer for finding and providing results. Let me ask you, John, obviously this is something you've done for 25 plus years, involved in this industry. You got a great facility right here. Is the company growing?
Absolutely, yeah. I've been doing this professionally now, I guess about 16 years now. And we just opened up a new location in the Meridian Village Center, located off of Lincoln and Oswego. We just opened that up in October, and that's off to an awesome start. We are just doing Krav Maga for the size of that location there. So it's going great. Looking to hire somebody here in the next couple months when we get that thing really up and rolling. So it's been great to even become an employer as the things have grown. It's not a one-man show. We've got a bunch of part-time coaches, and we're looking to hire another full-time coach.
Excellent. Let me ask you, be it with fitness or really anything in life, they say that half the battle is just getting started.
It is.
Let me ask you, when somebody comes in, they want to get fit, are they sometimes, would you think, intimidated? Just where do I begin?
Yes. We tell people, this is tough. I think I did a YouTube promo and Facebook promo. I was hitting the bag, and I'm getting interviewed actually by one of my staff members, and I'm like, this stuff is hard work. It's going to be tough. It's not going to be easy getting in shape or just hitting the bag for 2 minutes, no matter who you are. You're going hard. It's going to be hard. We say anybody can do it. You just got to walk in the door. We make it doable, really beginner friendly. And all our members are like, we remember when we started. We really try to keep it that way of it's doable for anybody. Just come on in the door. We say, you can try it and see where you're going to go from there.
Excellent. All of us want to look better, not only in our clothes, but also when we jump out of the shower, we look in the mirror, we want to look good. But this is more than just physical. We're talking about getting fit mentally as well. Do you think that's important for not only the youth, but the adults?
Yes, absolutely. I think any of our programs, our general comment is it's given me confidence, whether it's our CrossFit side or our Krav Maga side. Adults and kids, it's given me more confidence in whatever I do from day to day to, our kids program going, they're so much more confident. They stand up to bullies, or they're just more confident all around. They're doing better in school because of the things that they're doing, that mental challenge that we, provoke out of them to succeed.
Speaking of provoke out of them, a lot of folks try to get fit at home. They try the do-it-yourself method. Why is it important that a coach is able to really pull you beyond what you're able to do by yourself? Not only that, but making sure that the form is correct and overall making sure you're doing it safely.
Yes, a coach is great. I tell people, we have coaches. We go to training, whether it's our CrossFit coaches or our Krav Maga coaches. We have coaches, and we can help you stay safe. You don't know how many people we've said their knees hurt when they squat, and we watch them in CrossFit, and we're like, your knees should hurt. You're doing it wrong. And it's just having that nice point of view, not your buddy that thinks that they know they're doing it correctly. A coach that's certified and that can help you get better and even just work around limitations. We have people that are injured. We're like, let's see how we can modify, and you can still work out. You can't, I have a bum knee, I'm done. I'm on the couch for the rest of my life. No, let's figure out a way with your doctor and our coaches to figure out how you can do something and stay fit.
Let's start off, first of all, one of the programs here. Obviously, people are a little intimidated because this is some high-intensity workout when you take a look at it. Share with us the Krav Maga. Where did that originate? Where did it come from?
Well, Krav Maga came from Israel. It was developed so anybody could do it. Everybody has to serve in their military. So it's a very practical system where everybody has to serve when they get out of high school. It's not a fancy system. It's not high aerial kicks. It's very practical. It's meant to be easy to learn and easy to retain. And it's all built on natural responses to danger, what you're instinctively going to do. So it makes it easy for people to learn, and you don't have to be in awesome shape to do it. You'll get in shape just by coming.
That is amazing. Obviously, it's the preferred system for law enforcement, for many military units. So this is a system that has been proven, tested, and obviously it's great for the streets.
Yes, absolutely. We have tons of law enforcement come in. We're actually meeting with somebody tomorrow to set up a program for their department. It is super practical, and those guys want something that I tell people all the time. Those guys want to go home safe to their family. They're looking for something that's going to work, and Krav Maga is everything. We don't have a crystal ball. what's going to happen to me? Is it a ground fight? Is it a weapon threat? Am I going to have to protect a loved one because a knife or a gun is presented at them? So we don't know what's going to happen. Krav Maga does everything we say, from ground to stand up to self-defense situations to third party or active shooter stuff.
So this is definitely not traditional martial arts,
No.
as many people are sometimes used to. There's no rituals here. This is strictly some serious self-defense that you can use in a practical environment.
Yes, that's what our members will say all the time. Just, we've done active shooter scenarios for our kids. You know, years ago, I wouldn't teach it, like, oh, that's too scary, or, you know, and as things go with our kids, you know, you're just like, you look at them and go, one day, one of our members, she said, we did, you know, an active shooter in school, and we barricaded the door. We did all that stuff. But what do we really do? And I'm like, what do you mean? What do you really do? I'm like, you should listen to your teacher and, you know, do what they're saying. But what do we really do if they're in the room? So we started doing it with our kids because of that. It was probably by, you know, 7, 8 years ago that we started introducing it to our older kids of, what are you going to do? And the last time I actually surprised our kids, with which we have a ram gun that shoots CO2 rubber bullets out of it. We didn't put any rubber bullets in it, but it's making a realistic sound with that CO2. I got crushed by my class of kids from their response and their training of, like, we are not going to hesitate. Somebody's shooting at us. We are going to jump him in mass. And I'm just glad there was no chairs and books and things that we teach them to use. It was just them physically hitting me.
That is very important. Like you say, have them listen to the teachers, but honestly, your kids are probably going in there more trained than the teachers are in a situation like that. I mean, the teacher's going to be falling in suit the same way. The class itself, it's taught in a class environment. Is it easy to learn? You mentioned that you don't have to be in great shape to do so. And so what are the ages they're able to do there?
We start at 3. Sometimes, you know, like, they seem a little immature. Let's wait, you know, 6 months or so. But generally we start them around 3, 3.5. And I think our oldest student was 72 years old. So we go across the board in there, and he would beat my homeschool guys. We had some in his class. We had a bunch of teenagers that were homeschooled, and they would come to our afternoon class, and he had better push-ups than they did.
That's amazing. And regardless of the age, I mean, no matter what, you're building confidence. You've got kids who are going to be more confident, just not on the street, not in a physical sense, but also confident to know that I started here, I was able to accomplish something. So that's got to help across the board. And as adults, we can never stop learning and adding to our confidence as well.
Yeah, our adults love that they're learning something. So many people are like, I stay because there's stuff to learn and I'm getting in good shape. You know, we'll do something where you're punching pads, you're getting a good workout, but then somebody will put a gun behind you and you'll have to do that gun technique you learned in class. So they're getting a good workout and they're learning something practical that really, in today's environment, they can see themselves like, wow, I would like to know a gun defense, a knife defense in this crazy world that we're living in now.
Excellent. Another program you have here that basically high intensity, once again, is that of CrossFit. Is that something, once again, that can be done throughout the whole family?
Yes, absolutely. We've got a kids program as well as our adult program. And we really take the approach to our CrossFit program as fitness for life. It's functional fitness. There is the CrossFit Games and that whole competitive side, which you just met my wife. She is really into that side of it. But also she just wants the regular person to come in and get in better shape. So they're skiing, hiking, whatever they're doing. We kind of add a scaled approach to our CrossFit program. So we kind of take some of the stuff from our Krav Maga levels and give people in CrossFit easy, attainable goals. Like, you're going to come in and start as a level 1 athlete, and this is what we expect. You're going to do that workout. And you can move through that as quick as you can because, you know, somebody's always, I'm in awesome shape. You can, you know, try the level 2 or 3 once our coaches approve you of doing those higher, harder workouts. You know, it might be weight, reps, whatever it may be. We just scale it down. I mean, we have, you know, a woman, she's a grandmother. I was just teasing one of our younger students, like, these women in this class could be your mother. And she's like, I could be her grandmother. I'm like, I know, Jill, I'm being nice. I didn't want to say you could be her grandmother. And they're doing PVC, where the younger girl is doing a barbell, or she's doing some weight on a barbell. So we're all doing functional fitness. Somebody might be doing a piece of PVC pipe and somebody might be doing 315 pounds.
So
We're
we're talking about starting as simple as your first pull up, or somebody who's benching 400. Everywhere in between, this is really scaled based on each person's abilities.
Yes. Like the thing I loved about CrossFit when I came to it from, purely doing Krav Maga at the time, got back into the weights and stuff after years of not being there, and you find out your deficiencies as an athlete. Where are you weak? I was great with body weight, but obviously now you add a weighted deadlift and you're like, wow, that's hard. And it also makes people do things that they don't like. I'm constantly telling people, like, you're going to do stuff in CrossFit you might not like, but it's going to make you better. Like, I hated running. Now I've grown to like it, we'll say. I don't say I love running, but it makes you do different things and it keeps your fitness varied. So you're not getting caught in that same routine.
Same routine. And really the core of this program is constantly varied functional movement. What do you mean by that?
We're going to do stuff, you're going to have to pick up a giant bag of dog food or something giant at Costco, I constantly tell our kids, like, have you here, do you need help out at the checkout line? They're like, yeah. I'm like, do you know what that's about? They're like, no, what? Help out? I'm like, some people might not be able to lift the stuff out of their cart because they're not strong enough. So you're doing functional things that you need in everyday movement, whether it's a deadlift, whether it's, getting a box up onto a high shelf, you're working your press. Things that are functional, constantly varied. So you might do a deadlift is a workout, and you might do deadlift and running and sit-ups. It's always in a different pattern, which you're always amazed at, like, wow, those sit-ups really affected my deadlift. Yeah, because you're using your core in two of those things. So, and then execute it at a high intensity. You're trying to get it done as quick as you can. And we're always telling people, your score on a workout that you did day one, let's track that. Maybe you're doing that workout maybe for a fun, like our Fridays are a fun day. Maybe you're going to pick that workout on a Friday and try to beat your time from when you were, your first month, and see how your fitness has progressed. And yeah, that time you thought was terrible, now you beat it by 2 minutes, and now you have a new goal. Beat that time by a minute. So you're trying to always chase yourself is what I like. Yeah, there's somebody else in the class that might have beat you, but did you get better for you? Absolutely. And that's what we're always chasing. Like, let's just get us a little bit better. And the competition and the group atmosphere keeps you kind of working a little bit harder than you might have in your basement.
It would seem to me, as I look at it, CrossFit sounds kind of fun. From a kid's perspective, you never get bored. Kids get bored easily. Yes. They learn better when they're doing a lot of different things. I mean, I would imagine that not all the CrossFit takes place even here in the gym. I see the back garage door there. It seems to flip up and open. Is it kind of neat when you can get the kids out in the street and have some fun, but get fit at the same time?
Yeah, absolutely. We love taking them outside. Even, our Krav Maga class, we'll take them outside in the car and do stuff. But I think workout for our CrossFit kids, we went down on the rec path and did a run, but then we did a workout with PVC in the creek. And that was a ton of fun. And the kids were doing some functional things, finding some rocks and moving those around and just splashing and having fun and doing burpees in the water. I did get in trouble with the parents a little bit because my kids were soaking wet, but, they had fun and it went down like, oh, that was so much fun. I'm like, remember how mad your parents were about getting the car wet on the ride home? Like, next time we do something like that, we're going to be a little bit more prepared. But, I'm looking out at our wall outside. They're doing box jumps, onto that functional wall, doing, tire flips and doing some fun stuff out there.
Very positive energy provided here. Viewers, take a look at the bottom of the screen right there. What you're going to see is their website. First of all, on the website, take a look at the programs they offer there. We're talking about 2 different programs that can provide some really true life experience there for you. This is practical working out. If you're not sure where to begin, come on in, talk to them. They've all been there for that first pull-up. They know what it's like to walk in, feel a little intimidated about some programs. They're going to walk you through it, put you in a program that is set up perfectly for you. Also, check out the reviews online then. You're going to see this is a great place for some family bonding. I mean, what a great way to get fit, in shape, and yet really be ready for some of the situations that sadly life sometimes is throwing out there in the real world. Let me ask you this. This is family friendly. This is a place you can come in, many age groups. Was that important to you when you decided to start this?
Absolutely. I've always wanted to make it family friendly. My martial arts instructor was a little pricey way back when. It seems like a joke now at that price, but we've always wanted to make it something that the whole family could do. I hated in my traditional martial arts seeing a kid sit out and the parent saying they can't afford it or they're gonna wait. So we really have some great packages for families that we try to make it doable for you to get in and with the family, or even just your husband, wife. It's expensive out there, so we try to make it doable for everybody.
That is fantastic. And based on some of the joking, you're able to joke around with your crew here. It seems like this kind of becomes your family. I mean, has this been rewarding for you to see people hit those different levels and walk out of here pretty much different than they walked in?
Yes, it's. I love hearing the stories, or just seeing people succeed, or just seeing some of these kids grow up now and what they've achieved. And you're like, oh my gosh, I'm getting a bit older. We have a guy, Ninja Boy, that I'm like, he's a captain in the Army now. He started with his mom driving him here, and seeing that success of whatever career that we see our kids grow up into, and just say like Krav Maga or CrossFit has become their thing, and they identify with that. And they're getting to be a strong, we have a saying in our kids class, why are we here? To build a strong mind and a strong body. And we encourage everybody and be friendly to everybody that comes in the door, and remember how hard it was. So it's so rewarding to see people just gain confidence, whether it's, the 40-year-old guy or the 5-year-old kid that's getting bullied. It's the most rewarding thing.
That is fantastic. Viewers, last time, take a look at the bottom of the screen right there. You're going to see their contact information, easily accessible right here in Castle Rock. Got great parking out front here, a beautiful facility. Basically, if you've got a child out there that maybe they're not into team sports, you don't have to be into team sports to come out here. This is an individual program, yet you're going to meet and hang out with a lot of people that are on the same page as you. You've got somebody out there that maybe is in sports. They want to get ready for that next sport that's coming up. This is a great way to do it. Obviously, this is a program that is practical. It is the system of choice when it comes to law enforcement as well as military. That is Rocky Mountain Self-Defense and Fitness, located right here in Castle Rock. This is Gary Atencio with CNTV. And if you don't know, now you know.